Man, that Burger King smells good. I haven't had Burger King in so long. I don't really eat there, man. It's too goddamn carby. Burger King got more carbs than McDonald's because their fries are so fat and their burgers are so big. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, goddamn. At least McDonald's, they got like skinny fries. At least a Big Mac. You know, it don't carry that many carbs. But Burger King, man, they got the most carbs out of all the fast food places, bro. That's why I don't even fuck with Burger King too much. But I want to get down to the nitty gritty, bro. A lot of cats have no way out of their situation, bro. They don't even want to chase after dreams. They don't even want to go after any goals or nothing. You know what I'm saying? They finish to a life of just life of anything, man. Shit, dude. They're just not gonna make it past that finish line, man. You feel what I'm saying? They serving a life sentence, man. What I mean by serving a life sentence, meaning that you'll never have a good dating life. What's up, man? How you doing, bro? Doing good? You'll never have a good dating life. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be always crappy. And then when they do get something, it's gonna be the bottom of the barrel that nobody wants. Or they're gonna never find a girlfriend ever in life, man. They're just gonna live their life without females in it. You feel what I'm saying?
Wait. Cross West Calaveras Boulevard at Sarah Way. Wait.
They're gonna live their life without women in it. They can't they can't pull through, bro. They're living in a bubble, man. They're living in a iron bubble. And they can't get out of it, man. They'll never see the light of day ever again. That's what serving a life sentence is all about. Staying behind closed doors. Now, I've been reading about some of these prisoners behind, bars and shit. And some of these dudes are never getting out. They serving a life sentence in jail, meaning that their last day on earth is going to be in jail. Basically, you're going to rot in jail. You'll never have a dating life. You'll never have pussy ever again unless you got one of those prisons that allow your woman, your girlfriend from the outside to sleep with you in one of those rooms in the prison cells. I heard about that. But when you're serving a life sentence, bro, meaning that you're not going to have a good dating life, you're never going to be out. See, a lot of guys, they go to jail for a couple of years and come out, and at least they got some type of life, you know what I'm saying? They may get locked down for 2 or 3 years. I mean, when I was in jail, I met this cat who had been in there for 3 years, man. He been in the county jail for 3 years. 3 years, bro. He's lucky it wasn't the penitentiary. But although he said he has done penitentiary time before. He got 10 years one time. 10 fucking years, man. That's your life, bro. That's 10 years of your life gone. There's this other guy that while we was getting transported to see the while we was being transported to see the judge, right? Because you know I went to jail for like a couple of weeks. And we was getting transported to see the judge. And the guy that put me with was a PC guy. Protective custody. I don't know why they put me in with him. But he's supposed to be in protective custody. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, when it was his turn to see his lawyer in that little tiny room with the little tiny window in it, you know, and he was talking to his lawyer, and this lawyer walked up and said, "Damn, bro, sorry to say it, but you got 10 years." He was like, 10 years? That's my life. That's my life. Man, he started freaking out. That means he was going to be behind bars for 10 years. And I tried to, like, you know, calm him down. I said, look, you'll do half of that. You'll do 5 years. You'll be out before no time. That 5 years pass by quick. Don't worry about it. You know how time is moving fast nowadays. You know, man, don't freak out. You know. And they put me in there with him. It was just me and him. I was wondering why them motherfuckers was wearing them goddamn different colored suits and shit. You know, 'cause we had orange and they had some other color. I forgot what it was. But he was PC, man. He was a drug dealer, basically. You feel what I'm saying? They asked me if I wanted to go to PC. I said, nah, man, I'm good. I ain't got no gang affiliated, you know, tendencies or nothing like that. I'm not gang related at all. I get along with everybody. And when I got in there, I got along with everybody, man. Everybody was cool up in jail, man. There was this one guy that was drunk, though. He started a fight with one of his own gang members. You know, and they came and took him away. He tried to fight back, but he couldn't because he was so goddamn drunk. You know, the correctional officers, they overpowered his ass. You know, and dude doing 10 years, man. He gonna be in there for 10 fucking goddamn years. You know, hey, it's better than a life sentence. You know, give me 10 years over a life sentence, bro. I'll be out when I'm 55. Some motherfuckers, you know, they done some fucking heinous crimes, man. They're landing them behind bars for like years. And they'll never ever see the light of day. Well, that's how some of these guys are, man, nowadays. You know, some of the guys out here, bro, they live in a life sentence. They serving a life sentence, bro. They free. They free to walk around, go as they please, but they'll never have a woman in it. You feel what I'm saying? There's this I've been watching a Leftover Women channel and shit like that, and they also talk about the leftover men. How in China there's about 30 million men that won't be able to find girlfriends or wives, and they gotta spend their whole entire life without a woman. I'm pretty sure some of them get hookers and prostitutes though, but that costs money. But you'll never have a companion by your side. You know, that's why I don't believe in this God stuff, bro. You know, where's God when you need him? Where's God to give you a girlfriend or a wife? Because you're supposed to have one as a man, by the way. That's why you got a penis. You know, to plug it in some coochie. You know? But anything over a life sentence. I tell you that I'll take the 5-year sentence, man, versus a life sentence. Cause that means you're in there for life. I told you, bro. You start working towards your goals in life. Eventually, you'll come out of that motherfucker. Whatever situation that you're in, you'll work your way out. But if you ain't doing nothing, prepare for a life sentence, bro. That means you're gonna go all the way to the grave without a woman in it, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You're gonna go all the way to the grave, bro. There'll be no getting out. There'll be no fuck. There'll be no getting out. There'll be no dating. No kisses, no hugs from a woman, from a female. You're just gonna spend your life alone, buddy. You ain't got no way of getting out because you're not hustling. You ain't going after dreams. Some people say, back when I used to, the incel, I used to watch some of the incel shows here on YouTube because it was about, struggling in the dating market. And I'm struggling too, But for some men, the only way out is through money. See, me, I can, come down to low percentage body fat, get my teeth fixed, get give me some something else, man. With some skincare and shit like that, and I'll be okay. I'll be fine. I'll do fine in the dating market, And if I get a regular job, I can do that. But when you are a guy that's struggling in the dating market where you can't get nothing, man, you better be trying to work your way out of there, or it's gonna be a life sentence, bro. You gotta do it. You have to. It's your only way, bro. If you depending on that God in the sky to come and save you from your situation, you better think again. You better think again. Hold 1 second, guys. I gotta give somebody real quick. Fuck up! Hey.
What's up, bro? All right, listen to me, bro. I'm good.
You good?
Yes? What's up?
Hold on.
Okay.
All right. Next time. Come back and see me later. You don't want more? Okay, back to what I was saying. I guess he didn't want both. Because somebody gave it to me. I'm trying to pass it to him. Because me, I don't smoke weed. somebody gave me some weed, and I tried to give it to him. Anyway, yeah, I don't smoke weed, man. I hate the feeling of being high. I hate that shit. Because you can't wash it away. At least alcohol, you can drink some water and sober up within a few hours. Weed, that's staying, man, you stay high for a long time. Anyway, like I said, serving a life sentence, man, that's a thing that you don't want to do, bruh. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, you free to walk around out here and do as you please, but a life without women in it, bruh, for life until I die? Nah, fuck that. I'd rather spend time chasing this bag so I could get the woman of my dreams. That's the reason why we chase bags. That's the reason why men become successful, bro. To get the women of our dreams. Look at Diddy. Even though he in court, you know what I'm saying, fighting for his life, but you can't say that he had the most beautiful women in the world by his side. He had J-Lo, Cassie, and what's her name? Young Miami. She's pretty. I give her a 7 or 8, somewhere around there. But you get the best of the best shit when you got the bag. Ain't no serving a life sentence, bro. Us men, we work to get money and power, man, so we can get the female of our desires, and we don't have to settle for nothing. She would have never had dealt with Diddy if he wasn't Diddy, Cassie. Okay? She would have never dealt with him. But see, since he had all that money and fame and power, she wanted to be part of that fucking circle, man. That draws women to you. I hope you know that. The bag, having a lot of money, that draws women to you. And Cassie's fine, man. God damn. She looked like a Filipino Jessica Rabbit, man. You know what I'm saying? Except Jessica Rabbit had a big old forehead. My mouth is dry right now. But we seek money and power, bruh, just so we can attract women. Because we all know how it is when you don't have any money, when you don't have any glitz, you don't have any no glamour, or no fame, no bag. We all know how it is. Your life is shit. Your life is shit without money. Okay, that's why niggas fight so hard just so they can get it. They're like, God damn, my life sucks without women in it. I gotta chase this bag until the day that I die, or chase this bag until I get it. You feel me? I gotta chase this bag to the end of the road. You feel what I'm saying? I gotta chase this bag until I'm done for. You know what I'm saying? So I can have a better life with women. Because you're not gonna, let me tell you, being average and being broke at the same time, you're gonna struggle. It's only right for you to struggle. You didn't do the right things while you were young. You didn't get that bag. You're gonna struggle, man. And who wants to struggle in the dating market? Nobody wants to struggle. No man wants to struggle, man. But I see why guys seek a lot of money and power, because he just won't struggle getting the coochie. That's what it is. Nobody wants to struggle getting coochie. Nobody. We all want coochie to come to us. But if you don't build nothing, if you don't achieve anything, pussy is not going to come to you. It's so highly competitive nowadays, even for an average woman, that you say, fuck that, man, enough of that. I ain't going to be struggling in the dating market for the rest of my life. You got to be kidding me. I'm going to keep on chasing this bag. So I can have women come to me, man. Cassie was fine. That's what I'm saying about Cassie. And Diddy, woo, yeah, Cassie was fine, boy. She was, I gave her an 8 or a 9. God damn, see, you get women like that right there, naked. We talking about power, money, and influence, bro. Diddy had that bitch doing everything in the freak offs, okay? He had complete control and like dominance over her, man. You know, anything that Diddy asked, she was doing, bro. But what I don't agree with is that Diddy beat her up like a rag doll. You know, that's what I don't agree with. He should have paid that woman. That's all I gotta say, man. I just want to say that quick thing right there. He should have paid that woman. So it's like, bro, you gotta understand something. We all in competition for the pussy, man. Men are naturally competitive. You hear that engine? You hear that engine? He competing. He competing. You hear that engine? You hear that race car? I don't know what that was, but it was highly fast. He definitely put something up under that hood. He definitely got like at least 50 grand up under that hood, man. You feel what I'm saying? You know, so we're naturally competitive against each other, man. That's why we hate on each other so much. Because we're competing. And when one motherfucker start winning, the other one start hating. Feel what I'm saying? So my thing is, man, if you're a guy on this purpose and you keep going, eventually you'll come out of that situation that you're in. But a life sentence, bro? Come on. You guys are choosing a life sentence, right? You're choosing a life sentence. It's your choice. Yeah, that's easy to do, man. That's easy to do. A life sentence is sit back, don't do nothing with your life. Don't chase no bags. Don't chase no money, no fame. The reason why men are famous, bro, is because they kept working at it. You know, like dudes in Hollywood, you know, dudes who got careers, you know, these dudes keep working toward that goal. You know, and they don't care how long it takes to get there, as long as they get there. That's the mentality that you gotta have, man. You know what I'm saying? Because other men got their mentality, bro. For real. I'm serious. A lot of dudes like, I don't care, you know, how long it takes for me to cross that finish line. I'm gonna cross that finish line. And I'm not gonna be living in a trap bubble for the rest of my life, or an iron bubble. I'm not gonna be doing a life sentence. I'm gonna work my way out of this. We got some of these nerdy guys who are like nerdy point dexters and shit like that. Nerdy point dexters. And they're like, that's right, buddy. I'm gonna cross that finish line no matter what. Chad or Tyrone, you're gonna meet your doom. For real, they got nerdy dudes. I swear on revenge that I'll get the bag and I will take Chad's and Tyrone's girlfriends from them. I'll get you next time. You know, waving their fists in the air and shit. And some of these dudes are nerds driving around these nice cars, bro. Like I said before, man, I seen a sub 5 Asian nerd in a Porsche, at least $150,000, man. You know what I'm saying? That nigga knew what time it was. He said, man, if I don't get that Porsche, I won't have a good life with women. Simple as that, bruh. And we all want a good life with women, bruh. You feel what I'm saying? We don't want to be looked at as scrubs, bums, and losers. We don't want to serve a life sentence. You feel what I'm saying? You know, we don't want to do that. So dudes go out and they go hustle and get that money. They hustle and get that bag so they can attract as many women as they possibly can and have as much sex as they possibly can too. You feel what I'm saying? But I hate when guys sit back and they don't do nothing about the situation, and you know, they serve a life sentence just like that. You know what I'm saying? They serve it a life sentence and it's like, bruh, what are you doing? You don't want to serve a life sentence, do you? Huh? You want to serve a life sentence? I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you don't want to either, man. Time go by quick, man. I tell you, some of you niggas would have got busy during the pandemic, like chasing your goals at the beginning of the pandemic. Some of you niggas probably wouldn't be in your situation right now. I mean, right now. You wouldn't be in your situation right now, probably. Because you had 5 years. You know what I'm saying? You had 5 years. Think about how fast 5 years passed, man. It seemed like only 2 years ago, we was putting on masks, trying to protect ourselves from the corona and shit like that. You know, it seemed like it was only 2 years. But nah, that was 5 years ago. That's when I got started chasing the bag, around 5 years ago. I said, shit, I ain't gonna be out here losing my whole entire life. No, fuck all that, bro. Fuck all that. I'm not gonna be out here serving a life sentence for no fucking reason. Nah, because I know if I keep going, eventually I'm gonna win. And then, you know, I'll be out of my sentence, bro. Look, I've been serving, let's see, I've been struggling for the last like 8 years. You guys know about me. I get up on here and I complain how much I struggle. Okay? But I don't want this to be a lifetime though. That's one thing I keep trying to get you guys to understand. I don't want to struggle for a lifetime until the day that I die. So man, if I struggle 8 years like that, then I'm gonna keep on struggling until like a death. So eventually in the future, man, I'm gonna hit something. You know what I'm saying? I am gonna hit something. And that's gonna be it. It's gonna be me, man. I'm gonna live a life where I'm attracting women very easily. And I'll be able to get my dick sucked anytime I feel like it. I'll be able to have sex anytime I feel like it. Can you imagine being able to have sex anytime you feel like it? You don't have to have no droughts or nothing like that. Just busting all kinds of nuts with beautiful women like, oh shit, that nut, bust that nut, bust this nut, bust that nut. Just keep busting nuts for beautiful women like that. You feel what I'm saying? That's my life I want to live. Because I don't want to be out here forever though. You feel what I'm saying? I'm working my way out. Even if I got a little tiny spoon, I'm still digging my way out of here, man. I don't have to have a big shovel, man. Just give me a spoon. Because that's all they're going to give you anyway, is a spoon to dig yourself out with. They ain't giving you no shovels. Nah, you get a spoon. You know, you get a silver spoon. That's it. And if one break, they don't give you another one. That's what they do to men, bro. They don't give you an easy way out, man. They give you the hardest way out. Us men, we live life on hard mode. You think it's easy to hit a jackpot? You think it's easy to make it into Hollywood? Like Jean-Claude Van Damme, it took him 5 years to get into Hollywood. Boy, that was hard. Think about it. Just constantly every single day working on your goal for 5 years. And you finally get your break after 5 long years of hustling. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how it is. Women live on easy mode. Their lives are easier, and that's why we die earlier than them, because we work harder than them. Pushing forward toward that bag is enough to like give you an early death. You know? But I'd rather have an early death than to live a life long without the bag. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Well, fuck it, I'm just gonna have to die at 70. Fuck it, because I'm not I'm not gonna live until 80 without the bag. You feel what I'm saying? And without women in it. I ain't gonna be living until 70 without the bag, without women in it. You feel what I'm saying? I'm choosing the hard route, so fuck it. I'm just gonna have to be out here, chasing the bag until I get it. So I ain't gonna be living without women for the rest of my life. Without money and women. Fuck that. You don't have a life if you don't have money or women in it. You feel what I'm saying? You don't have money, you don't have women in it, you don't have a fucking life, bro. Your life is over. You see it? What's up with it? Sean Breezy in the house. What's up? You don't have a life, bro, if you don't have women in it or money in it, bro. That's something that you gotta have as a man in your life. Money and women. Those two things, if you don't have them in your life, you're finished with. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just go jump off a bridge somewhere. And I'm not encouraging nobody to kill themselves, but at that point, man, what is there to live for? We're here to pass on our genetics, bro. We're supposed to have money and women in it, man. That's what you're supposed to have. It's money and women. And that's why dudes break their neck and go out there and hustle up and get the bag so they could get a fine bitch. You know what I'm saying? So they could get a fine hoe. A bad bitch. A bad one. A baddie, as they call it, right? That's why they go out there and get that bag. Look what Diddy, look at all your fucking celebrities. When they become famous and they get the money, look who they go after. They go after some of the most finest bitches in the world, bro. They go after the bad bitches. Just look at what they get. They don't go after average looking women, bro. 99% of the time, bro, they go after bad bitches. Bad women with nice figures and all that other stuff. For example, a SEAL, okay? One of the most ugliest dudes in Hollywood. He got scars on his face from I don't know what happened. But look at him. Bruh. He went after the bad bitch, bro. He said, nah, man, I'm in Hollywood now. I don't have to settle for no sub-5 woman anymore. I want that bitch over there. I want her. And he did. He married some female, some white girl that was she was an 8 or something like that. 7 or 8 to me, like between a 7 and an 8. And now we understand what his main goal was, is to get the trophy wife. That's what they call it, a trophy wife. Something that you work so hard for throughout the years and you finally get it. Wow, there's your trophy. A bad bitch. When niggas go out there and they get money, they accomplish things, their trophy is a bad bitch. That's your trophy. Trophy wives. That's why they call it a trophy wife. You ever heard that term, a trophy wife or a trophy girlfriend? Meaning that after all that fucking hard work and going after the bag, this is what you get. This is your trophy. And then the bitch, and then the money in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? You got a trophy bitch. Something you can stick your dick in every now and then. Feel what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm gonna end this live, man. Because I'm done for today. Talking. I'll be back on later and shit tonight. You know how I do, man. I make about 3 or 4 videos a day and shit. Or 3 lives, 4 lives. But I'm saying, like, bruh, before I get out of here, bruh, please don't choose a life sentence. You're doing it to yourself. You choose this life of inceldom, or you choose this life of being average at best. You choose a life. You can work your way out of that, man. That's all I got to say. Don't do a life sentence. I got to go. You guys have a good day. Peace out. Take care and bless. I'm out.